We'll call the meeting in order. Pledge of allegiance.
Make sure your mic's on.
Pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Open public meeting statement.
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting was forwarded to the official township newspapers, posted on the bulletin board and township website. This meeting is being videotaped and will be on Channel 9.
Roll call.
Mr. Fiorella?
Here.
Mr. Keane?
Here.
Mr. Marsh?
Here.
Mayor Bruno?
Here. Before we get started, Assembly Dan Hutchinson would like to address the residents about the increases, I guess, in rental, trailer park rentals.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yep.
Thank you, committee. Thank you, Mr. Lyons. My name's Dan Hutch. My name's Dan Hutch. Can you hear me now?
Hold on, we got Dan.
Very bad public address system. You might want to face this. Do you mind if I face?
Not at all, sir.
My request is going to be to you, but I'll.
Make sure
No, it's fine. You can face him if you
Thank you.
so choose.
It's working now.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Dan Hutch. I'm Dan Hutchison. I'm your state assemblyman in the 4th Legislative District. I did not come to make a presentation to you all. I came here to explain to the Township Committee and the Mayor that there is a mobile home park in this town, and the individuals living in the mobile home park are, for the most part, on fixed incomes. They recently received a letter in the mail indicating that their rent was going to go from approximately $642 per month to $890 per month. And I truly mean this. This is not intended to be a grandstand. I didn't know that all you all are going to be here this evening, and thank you, Mayor, for allowing me to come here. I'm asking that the township do an ordinance which provides that any rent increase by a mobile home park would first need to come to the township by way of a board, where it could be reviewed to see if it was fair and not unconscionable. Currently, the state statute for anti-eviction statute requires that any rent increase not be unconscionable, but it's not a clearly defined statute. So if the township were to put together a quick board which could hear these matters and set forth a number such as what we did at the state legislature this year, the governor signed a law saying that any rent increases can't go more than 3.5% unless there is approval from the Department of Community Affairs. The Department of Community Affairs needed until March to ramp up their efforts so that they could hear these applications, because if an application is not heard within 90 days of getting to the DCA, it's automatically approved. So my request to the township, to the mayor, is if you could do an ordinance to help these people, it would be greatly appreciated. I met with them. I would ask, Mayor, if you could step out and meet them at some point, it would be greatly appreciated. And thank you very much for allowing me to speak tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My daughter's giving birth, so I gotta go.
Good luck. Yep, thank you.
And I'll send you the order too.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Can we get a motion to approve correspondence and reports?
Motion to approve correspondence and reports.
Second. All's in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the minutes from July 8th, 2025 and July 29th, 2025.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second. All's in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the bill list?
Motion to approve bill list.
Second. Barb?
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. Keane?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Motion to approve mobile food handling license, Flame and Ember Barbecue?
Motion to approve the handling license.
Second. All's in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to open the public hearing on Ordinance 525 to amend Chapter 253 of the Code of the Township of Franklin to revise standards for accessory structures consistent with the recommendations contained within the 2024 Master Plan Reexamination Report?
Mr. Mayor, make a motion for all and below, or just this one?
No, just open One at a time.
Okay, motion for open public portion for 0525.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to close the public hearing for ordinance 525?
Motion to close.
Second.
Can I get a motion to, all those in favor?
Oh,
Aye.
Can I get a motion to adopt ordinance 525?
Motion to adopt 0525.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. Keane?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 725 to amend chapter 21 of the Code of the Township of Franklin and permit rezoning of certain properties from residential agricultural to highway commercial, interchange commercial, IC designation consistent with the recommendations contained within the 2024 Master Plan Reexamination Report.
Make a motion for 0725 public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll be very brief because I'm sure there are a lot more important things coming up. The change to the ordinance, Mr. Mayor, this will allow those particular areas to now be highway commercial interchange in terms of, I think it was block 4003, lots 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth.
I believe you're correct. I don't have the
You don't have
paperwork.
it in front of you. There were a lot of, the most important thing about the highway commercial zone is that it allows solar to go in there with a lot less restrictive covenants than any other area in the township. It also is the area that's been designated for redevelopment in the township of Franklin along Harding Highway. The first meeting that was held to discuss redevelopment in Franklin Township was on a lot owned by Mr. Fazio, clear lot without any wetlands or trees on it. Subsequently, we moved to two sides of Harding Highway, further west, one on the north side of Harding Highway, one on the south side, and those were designated as redevelopment zones. The nice thing is the one on the north side of Harding Highway doesn't really need a turnaround to get to it. But however, the one on the other side of Harding Highway will need some sort of turnaround. And what I wondered is, everything that was done allowed solar to go into these areas. However, the solar ordinances were found to were thrown out by the judge. And I guess some of you could read those court cases at some time. The question for you, Mr. Mayor, are the solar ordinances in effect, or have they still been, are they off the books in terms of what the judge disallowed? I believe he threw out 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't recall which
Do you want the
ones are.
solicitor to answer that for you, Mr.
He can
Mayor?
answer it, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll review that, Mayor, and report back to you.
So you're going into an ordinance tonight. You've allowed up to 80% of that land to be utilized by solar, whereas you don't allow it in any other district in the township. You've allowed redevelopment zones to go on both sides of Harding Highway and wetlands and in an area that's very environmentally sensitive. And you've allowed up to penetration of 80% solar on those properties. And you don't know what are the things that have been thrown out by the judge? I think I would make a very strong suggestion to you for all present and pending litigation. Maybe you table that ordinance for tonight until you know what the hell you're doing. Thank you.
What is that for? No.
To kind of just to comment on what you said, I tried to read some of that. It was a lot of Greek. It looked Greek to me. Not a lot of Greek, and I was in sharp for some people, but I did try to read some of that, and it was very Greek. But I will explain to the other committee members what I understand it was from the judge.
Need a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance 725.
Motion to close.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adopt 0725?
Motion to adopt 0725.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. Keane?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Ordinance 925 to amend Chapter 253 of the Code of the Township of Franklin to revive standards for buffering between residential and non-residential uses consistent with the recommendations contained within the 2024 Master Plan Reexamination Report.
Motion for public hearing?
Public hearing, yes.
Motion for open a public hearing for 0925.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to close the public hearing on 0925?
Motion to close.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to adopt ordinance 925?
Motion to adopt 0925.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Ordinance 1025, bond ordinance appropriating $2,928,500 and authorizing the issuance of $2,782,000 in bonds and notes to the Township of Franklin for various capital improvements or proposes authorized to be undertaken by the Township of Franklin in the County of Gloucester, New Jersey.
Make a motion for open public portion for 01025.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Marshall, 67 New Road. Can everybody hear me all right? On the bond, I think it was mentioned at one of the previous meetings that some of that money is going to be used for newer trash trucks. Is that correct?
Correct.
Just something that maybe it's already been done, but has anybody looked into possibly farming that out?
Yes,
Okay.
we have.
All right. Recently, because I'm looking at some of the cost of it, it's actually a lot cheaper. than
3 years
per
ago?
household.
4 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
2.5 years ago.
It was Logan. Logan came in and gave us a price that was basically,
It
Our
was a
budget.
geographical,
their problem was for them to come here into town and do this, they needed to be able to do it in 2 days, and it just wasn't feasible for them to do it in 2 days, for it to be profitable for them. So,
That's reasonable.
and I think prior administrations might even went to, Waste
Waste
Management or
Management
something,
was
I
years
think
ago.
had come in years ago or whatever, but I don't know what came of that. But I just, Logan came in, they thought they were gonna be able to do it in 2 days, and they weren't able to.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking is I did a little bit of a study around the state. The average per household in the state right now is $38. And that's per month for trash collection. That eliminates all your liabilities, your building insurance, your vehicle insurance, your liability on it, wages. You don't want to see somebody lose their job. The trash truck cost, and that's the average. A lot of towns are in the $12 to $18 range per household, and that's for 2 cans that are 96 gallons apiece.
yeah,
Um,
when we looked at it years ago, it was a density issue, whereas a lot of those numbers are from towns that are much.
Some are, yes.
Yeah.
They wanna be able to come in 2 days, get it, and get out and make their money.
All right, well, I understand that was before. I just want to make sure, again, we just had a pretty substantial tax increase. This is going to also change things, so I'm looking for ways to fiscally
I mean,
responsibility.
we're talking about, some commercial stuff that's being picked up that maybe shouldn't be picked up, and, there's a lot of houses with 2 cans, like, is that necessary? Some ordinances in other towns that you pay for the second can, so
Average is $4.50 a can.
we're gonna look at that and see,
All right.
if it's feasible here.
Just looking at it before we pass this bond, because this would be the time to make that decision,
Yep.
before you buy new trucks. Thank you.
Thank you. Make a motion to close the public portion.
Motion to close.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve ordinance 1025.
Motion to approve 01025.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to open the first public portion for resolutions below?
Motion to open the first public portion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to close the first public portion?
Motion to close.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve resolution 11425, authorizing the mayor to sign an authorization for treatment works approval for Jersey Diner?
Motion R11425.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 11525, appointing Alex Baldessaro to the Environmental Commission in accordance with the Township Code.
Motion R11525.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 11625, authorizing the refund of Freedom Forever LLC.
Motion R11625.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 11725, approving $250 senior deduction on Block 103, Lot 109.
Motion, Lot 9.
Lot 9, I'm sorry.
Motion R-11725.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 11825, granting renewal of liquor license within the Township of Franklin.
Motion R-11825.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 11925, authorizing the mayor to sign a grant agreement for the acquisition of development easements on property entering the Farmland Preservation Program.
Motion R-11925.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 12025, releasing a performance bond for Ocean Food and Fuel.
Motion R-12025.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 12125, granting renewal of a liquor license within the Township of Franklin.
Motion R-12125.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 12225, authorizing the Township Committee of the Township of Franklin to enter an agreement to provide 3 school resource officers to the Franklin Township School District for the 2025-2026 school year.
Motion R-12225.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 12325, appointing laborers Frank Lovering, Charles Simmons, and Kenneth Porch to the positions of driver in the Township of Franklin Public Works Department.
Motion R-12325.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 12425, appointing an additional job title foreman, Parks and Recreation, to driver Frank Ehrig in the Franklin Township Public Works Department.
Motion R-12425.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 12525, amending the employment agreement of Department of Public Works Supervisor Jared Mandino in the Township of Franklin Department of Public Works.
Motion R-12525.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Resolution 12625, authorizing the Administrator and CFO to begin the acquisition process for the purchase of 4 2025 Ford Police Interceptors, all-wheel drive vehicles from Winter Ford through New Jersey Contract Number 20 Fleet 01189, and the purchase of 3 Chevrolet Malibu LS 1FL sedans from Hertec Fleet Services through the Cranford Police Co-op Number 47 CP CPS.
Motion R-12625.
Second.
Mr. Fiorella?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to open the second public portion for comments?
Motion, open the second public portion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Good evening, Mayor Bruno. Nancy Kennedy, 711 St. George Street. I just first wanted to ask Mr. Lyons a question, if I may.
Yes, you may.
Mr. Lyons, a lot of people here, I believe, are here because they feel very strongly about something that I think they're going to take the opportunity to address the committee about. And I just wanted to ask you before they start. The township was represented in litigation against the Malaga Feast of the Assumption, who was the host to the Littlest Angel bookstore, by Matthew Madden. And I could not find a resolution in 2025 related to how Mr. Madden was paid or how he was appointed in 2025. I did find a resolution in 2024 where he was hired by the committee to represent the township up to costs on a special project for $50,000. Am I missing anything that the committee did to give Mr. Madden authority after that point that you remember?
I'll have to review that. I can't say with certainty.
Okay, and fair enough. If you could look into that whenever you get a moment, I believe you certainly have my email. Just for the purposes of edification of anyone who might not know, back in 2023, a very, very good man named Bill Petrovich, ran for Township Committee, ran in a primary to try to be on Township Committee with a lovely woman named Diane Trace. Diane happened to be the president of the Malaga Feast of the Assumption. They challenged an incumbent member of Township Committee, who in all fairness is not here this evening. They were not successful. They came close, but no cigar. That's the way it works. Fair's fair. They lost the election. But in July of that year, the Malaga Feast of the Assumption, and specifically the Littlest Angel bookstore, received a notice of violation. Litigation ensued, and I can represent to you that here we are 2 years later. That litigation for now has concluded, and it is our understanding that with the way things are, the Littlest Angel will not be able to remain at the property where they have been. Now, for all of you who have experienced the Littlest Angel, you understand what a tragedy this is to the Township of Franklin. What a blessing those people are. How they make no profit for themselves, but have devoted their entire lives to a ministry serving Jesus Christ. And I can assure you that there are a few good people on this committee, and I trust that they will do what's right at the right time. But for now, I will say thank you all as a resident of this town for being here, because the only way that evil triumphs is if good men and women stand by and do nothing. Political retaliation against God's children has no place in this township. And I ask all of you to continue to follow the journey, to do whatever this committee has to do to make sure the Littlest Angel can continue to have a home here, a ministry here, and bring God's word to Franklin Township.
Oh, good. I like that.
Victoria Brent, 711 St. George Street. 2021, I underwent a 10-hour spinal knee. I experienced a miraculous recovery, and the surgery went even more successful than the doctors had thought. God blessed me. One of the ways he blessed me was through St. Therese. She interceded for me, and she, for those of you who don't know, she's a beautiful saint who does good work from heaven. Now, I've been able to learn about St. Therese through the Littlest Angel bookstore. The presence of this beautiful, holy place, run by beautiful, holy people, can only bring a benefit to our town. Now, my mom speaks very highly of Mr. Marsh and Mr. Keene, and she believes Mayor Bruno helped a lot to protect our benefits when I needed surgery. Please, please, step in and help protect the Littlest Angel. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you.
Austin Kennedy, 711 St. George Street. You heard from two other members of my family, so I had to follow them up. I couldn't let them have the spotlight. I've lived in Franklin Township for my entire life, but my family has even deeper ties to the town. My grandfather's lived here for 80 years, which is a very long time. And he recently had to go through a deposition, which involved a court case with the township. When he went through the deposition, I couldn't help but notice how much money went into his deposition. He had a camera on him, he had a microphone, he had lights. It was unbelievable what taxpayer dollars were going to for one 80-year-old man. I'm a political science major at Rowan, and that's what I couldn't rack my head around, was how could we as a town spend so much taxpayer money on something that seemed so trivial and so not necessary? And furthermore, with the Littlest Angel bookshop, how could we take taxpayer dollars from Franklin Township residents from a Christian community and take those dollars and use them to scrutinize and persecute a bookstore that upholds the values of our town, that upholds Christian values. Now, I ask you on the board to think about this, to think about the dollars that we're spending to go after an innocent Christian bookstore. We are a Christian community, and we should not use our taxpayer dollars to persecute Christian businesses. Thank you.
Thank you. I think you added a couple of years, Harry. You're not 80 yet.
I'm Michelle Pipeling, and I live in Yuma, off of Manchester Road. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, try holding it. It might, if you hold it, might, and just talk real close. Oh.
Can you guys hear in the back?
Want to check
Is it on?
It
Did you
might have
knock
turned
it off?
It might have turned off when it
Turn off,
banged.
turn it off.
Oh, no. It's brand new.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay, thank you. I'm Michelle Pipeling, and I'm from Buda, New Jersey, and I'm here to speak on behalf of the Littlest Angel. I may not fully grasp this town's broader objective, but what I do know with all my heart is the profound impact of the ministry we all call the Littlest Angel. I found this ministry at one of their first Landis Avenue locations 10 years ago, at a time when I was lost, hurting, and desperately in need of hope. I remember asking God for help, and on my way to another store, I saw that familiar angel sign, an unmistakable sign of love and reassurance. I walked in as a stranger, but I left feeling like I had found a family, a place where I truly belonged. Over the years, I have watched this ministry grow into a beacon of light for our community. I have witnessed the incredible spiritual transformation it has sparked in countless lives, including my own. Sharon, Scott, and Bill are not just leaders, but they are vessels of God's love, pouring out compassion, faith, and kindness without measure. When you step through their doors, you're stepping into something sacred, a refuge where you are embraced, uplifted, and renewed. Inside those walls, I've experienced years of heartfelt hugs, tears that have been washed away, prayers that have mended broken hearts, and a community, as you can see here, that has become my sanctuary. The Littlest Angel has cultivated something extraordinary. It's a living testament to the power of love, faith, and divine purpose. I believe with all my soul that God has blessed us through this ministry, and I am forever grateful for the hope and healing it has brought in my life. For those of you who may doubt divine purpose or question God's existence, I challenge you to take a step through those doors. Witness the love, the compassion, and the unshakable faith in action, because I can tell you honestly, what I found there changed my life forever. It gave me a family that I never knew I needed, and restored a very shattered faith that I thought was beyond repair. And that, to me, says everything about the true heart of the Littlest Angel. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I pray that you see the incredible blessing that this ministry is to all of us and this community, and that you consider what it might just mean for you as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I am not a speaker for sure, and this is out of my comfort zone, so I apologize. My name is Sharon Riggins from 256 Old Dutch Mill Road in Malaga. My mom and I opened the Littlest Angel bookstore in 1991. Our whole reason for opening was to spread the goodness of God and to somehow, in a small way, touch others with the knowledge that we are all children of our Heavenly Father, and everyone is important and loved by God more than we can ever imagine. It quickly became evident by the Holy Spirit that this had to be a giving ministry in many ways, such as helping people in financial stress to find hope, food, lodging, and many other needs, as well as just listening to others who are broken or in pain and just want to have someone to talk to without judgment. So many people go through heart-wrenching trials. Spiritual conversations are a constant because of him. We have always believed that this was never a store, but a ministry. We pray for all who we meet each day. We would love to continue to be in our current location, for it is such a blessing to be across the street from St. Mary's Church, where Jesus is always present in the Blessed Sacrament. We pray that all who enter, I'm sorry.
You're doing a great job.
You leave. We pray that all who enter, I can't even. Thank you, guys. Hold on here. Okay. We pray that all who enter leave feeling loved by our Heavenly Father and Mary, our Mother. The Lord does it all. We are nothing. Just trying to do small things with great love, as Mother Teresa suggests for each person to do, through knowing God in the silence of their hearts. We are so very grateful for the Feast of the Assumption group, who have been so instrumental in keeping this ministry going. It is through their goodness and charity that we were able to continue this mission. Thank you for the opportunity to share a little of what we try to do by me being at this location. We are all part of a much larger plan, united in prayer for the love of God alone and for His divine will to be done in each of our lives. Not our will, but His, on our way to a greater place, heaven. If we use our short time on earth for good, our joy will be lasting and forever. May the angels protect and guide all of us on this journey. Thank you so much for all of you who are here or have joined us united in prayer. May God bless us all. He already has in many and all ways. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a tough act to follow.
Scott Riggins, 256 Old Dutch Mill Road, Malaga, New Jersey. I am blessed to be able to serve in this ministry with my mother and my grandmother, who started this ministry 34 years ago this October. And we kindly asked to find another way for this to be completely absolved, because what is happening to us is not of God. So we ask you to open up your hearts and to see what we do here. You see the turnout to all of our wonderful supporters that we feel that allows the littlest angel to shine bright in this community. We are blessed by the grace of God to be where we are at 256 Old Dutch Mill Road, thanks to the Feast of the Assumption, who has opened up these doors for us to continue this ministry of love and care. So I just want to thank you for hearing me and consider us to continue to be there. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Rosemary Alvino. Can you hear me? Okay. 593 Marshall Mill Road, 1 mile exactly from the Littlest Angel. I think the important thing here is what we believe is the most important thing for our community, the best thing for our community. All of us here are probably Christians, Catholics, and we are sinners, and we're not perfect. But we do understand the need for laws, the need for some kind of, let's say, process to keep things in order. But here we have really no negative happenings at a store that brings God, that brings peace, that brings wonderful people. I am there 3 days a week every morning for Mass, and usually it's a dead-end street, so there's not much activity. But lately, we see children, we see families coming to go to the store, and then what do? If I'm there and the door is open, they come into church. Now look at the world today. What do we need more than people who are closer to God? Really. In the world that we're living in, I'm not here to preach. I believe in God. I have my faith. And I live it. I live it every day. I have a mom who's 100 years old. She's one of your oldest citizens. She would be here tonight, but she can't stand the heat. So I'm just telling you, there are laws on the book. I understand. I don't know exactly why this is being done. But when something is a benefit to the community, and when something is so well represented here with good people who are law-abiding citizens, who want to do the right thing, I just ask you to reconsider not having this, what seems to be a very insignificant issue, about not allowing our wonderful store to be in the position where it is. So, amen.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion to close the...
No.
Harry, what you were
asleep.
looking like, would you fall asleep there, Harry?
I thought there might be more, but the messages were so good about the littlest angel. I didn't think it necessary to get up here at all, but since
You were sleeping, Harry. Just tell everybody you might have dozed off a little. It's okay,
Harry Kennedy, 1578, Fries Mill Road, Franklinville, New Jersey, graduate of St. Mary's in Whamstown, Camden Catholic, Seton Hall, with a graduate degree from Rowan, and a certified public manager's degree from the University of Rutgers. Former 5-term mayor of Franklin Township, former freeholder director, former surrogate, former director of government relations and marketing at the Delaware River Port Authority, former debater who went to LaSalle for 4 years in a row, where I didn't meet Matt because he's a lot younger than I was. But in those 4 years that I went there from Seton Hall, we won the debate tournament 3 times. Out of 100 schools each time, 400 debaters. I was lucky. There also was an outstanding speaker named. I'm not going to tell you who it was 3 years in a row. I'm going to let you guess. But the church sermon this weekend was spectacular. Not that Father's wasn't great the week before when he was substituting for Father Goyette. It was great. It was great. And to hear an Irishman that's very good friends with one of my great family friends, Monsignor Curran, it was very heartening to hear his message. The message this week was even more heartening. The readings were spectacular. They talked about giving back, reaping what you sow, sowing your seeds, doing the right thing at all times. And my youngest grandson, the only one you didn't hear from, the computer genius, one of the smartest kids I've ever met. You saw his two siblings, right? They're not too bad. Wow, wait till you get this one. You know what's really neat about the church? He asked me a question. They were giving the responsorial part of the Mass, and one of the great responses I ever heard in church. And I thought, oh my God, what a special response for this Sunday. It said, please root out all corruption in government. I thought, oh my God, you are hearing us. You know what? In a lot of places, there are a lot of strange things that happen. That place was shut down because of Lee and Nancy. And you know what? Neither one of them would have taken a case that they're involved in if it hadn't been for the littlest angel. People think that that lady right there is dumb. Leah Masala, you know what she is? She is the smartest human being I have ever met. Remember all my degrees. She has a law degree. She has an engineering degree. She is an MBA. And her score on the graduate record exam was a perfect score. There's some jocks that go to college that don't get all their SATs put together to equal that. All right? The nice thing about the littlest angel is there's one Finley that wants to shut it down, but there's another one that patronizes it, the one that lives in Vineland and heads the zoning board. So sometimes things get very personal about who you want to get even with. And now we've quoted a lot of people from the Bible. I'm going to go to my political Bible. Winston Churchill once said, now this is not the end. It's not even the beginning of the end. But it is perhaps the end of the beginning. There's one nice thing about being an old man, Jake. Old, 80 years
80,
old.
I heard it
know.
today.
80 is very old. I've seen them come and go. When I came here, the first conversation I had was with the administrator, and he was just as much a pain in the ass as this one is. And he said to me, you know, Harry, you're not doing what we want you to do. You know that door hits you on the way out in the ass the same way it opens for you when you come in. And you know what my comment back was? I'll tell you what, when it hits me in the ass, it's going to run you right over, sir, because you're going with me. You take no crap. You guys run the show, not him. You guys are the Township Committee, not him. All right? I've learned a lot by watching people. I've watched a lot. And all of you put together make nothing in this township. There are three people down here make almost $600,000 a year with salaries that are unjustified. Ask what their agenda is. Ask who they're protecting. Ask whose ass they're taking care of. Ask what illegal payments are being made. Do it, and there will be a new government in town real soon that will be very Christian and very loving. God bless you all.
I'm not saying. Can I get a motion to close the second public portion?
Motion to close?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Committee reports, Mr. Marsh.
Okay, I'll start with addressing the crowd that came here tonight. Like I say, every time we have a passionate debate or passionate issue, I listen. I listen closely, and I use facts. I don't put opinions into things because a fact is information without emotion. That's what facts are. I was just made aware of this situation yesterday, and I believe Mr. Keene didn't even know about what I told him about tonight. So I promise you, I will look into this. It's not dead in the water. It's not a dead issue. But I don't know the whole, background. I'll have to talk to Mr. Finley. I will talk to other board members, and we will make sure we get it fixed.
And while everyone's here, our community day is September 20th. Please come out, support local communities, since you guys definitely have a passion for things. Community day is September 20th. Please come out and support the community. And great job, Chief, on National Night Out this past week. Amazing job by your department.
Thanks, Mike. John?
Communications Commission meets tomorrow, Mr. Mayor, and there's no place in my heart for unjustly shutting down any religious bookstore in this town. So I'll tell you that. The Bible says that the foundation of wisdom is the fear of the Lord, and I was raised in that. And like Mr. Marsh said, I didn't know about this before hitting the parking lot, so you rest assured this is going to be investigated tomorrow.
Thanks, John. Mark? We haven't had any committee meetings since our last meeting, since we had the bond referendum.
Correct.
No, I'm just saying we haven't. So, nothing to update there. And if we're going to have a conversation, I'll obviously be involved in it as well.
Thank you. Do you have anything to say? Brian?
I've been taking care tonight for public works in Montana. Really appreciate it.
Chief?
I want to thank everyone for coming out to National Night Out. It was one of our biggest ever. It was a great community turnout. I want to congratulate the guys that got promotions tonight from Public Works. Public Works does a great job. I know sometimes they take a lot of flack, but I see them out there all the time, and these guys are great, and they have great leadership, and they should be applauded every time you see it.
Thanks. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Coming up so we can hear you.
Am I allowed?
It's your decision. It's up to you. Just make a motion to reopen the public portion for him to speak?
Yes.
Make a motion to reopen the public portion.
Make a motion.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Good, sir.
My name is Daniel Grace. I don't probably don't know me or what.
Mhm.
That's my.
There you go. Keep it close.
All right. My name is Daniel Grace. I live at 261 Mill Road, Malaga. I've lived there for about 10 years. My wife lived there for about 30. So, all of a sudden, this has to be a couple of years ago, we put in the motion about why our rent was going up $300 and something and nothing was being done. Like, I know you guys probably don't know where the trailer park is, but if you look at it, it's falling apart. You know what I mean? We have, literally every rain, we have rivers that go into our yards. They're not adding no dirt. I've called Public Works a bunch of times about the water not being right, the sewer is being drained out in the ground. They say, oh, we can't do anything. It's not our problem. Like, when is it going to be somebody else's problem? Like, at this point now, they're going up to 890. That is a total double of what it was when they bought the place a couple of years ago. They took our trash supply out. I had a transplant done, and I got to walk my trash cans all the way down to, a half a mile away just to be able to throw away my garbage, because they took the trash people that used to come and pick it up in front of our yard. There is nothing being done to justify these increases. I'm just like anybody else. If you're going to make something better, I'm for it, right? If you're going to make something better, you're going to make it so my kids can play safe. Anything. There's nothing. There's not even a park in there. I mean, there's nothing. We spent $4,000 on a lawyer when the first went, and he wrote a letter and said, "Can you please not do this?" $4,000 a lot for people that don't have any money. I make $1,200 a month. I just had a transplant. $890, I can't even start to pay these electric bills that are going on. We've all seen them. I have a child. It's not her fault. that I got sick and I can't do what a man's supposed to do. You know, before that, I've worked my way from the gutter all the way up to being a manager of a car lot. You know, when I mean gutter, I mean gutter. You know, I'm only allowed to vote because, you know, that right was just given to me. You know, I made some bad decisions from being homeless and stuff. That was when I was 15. I mean, here I stand at 38, and I'm facing the same thing. I thought it was a blessing that I had the home I had when I got sick. I'm like, this is a blessing. We're not going to be out on the streets. You know, we can figure everything out. It's all gone when they do this upgrade. You know, they charged me, I know it doesn't mean anything to anybody, but they charged me for my grass when it rained a couple weeks ago. It was 5 days in a row rain. They hit me with a $25 fine. Now, if they would have looked, I cut the grass before they even sent the email with the fine. So I called them, sent them a picture. I said, you know, I don't even understand why this is happening. I cut in front of your mailboxes, your signs. You don't pay me for none of that. You've used up my yard. Don't pay me. You haven't, no deductions, no nothing. He says, well, if you don't cut it from the signs, I'm going to fine you again. And I had to pay that $25 this month. And there was nothing I could do about it. I called him multiple times. And I said, you know, how much does the grass need to be cut? Let me know, like, what's going on. I said, do you drive a Tesla? Because I'm sure you don't drive that into the lake to see if it's a submarine, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I got an electric lawnmower. I got a piece of land that's not bigger than this office. And where is up from here? And that's what's getting me. It's getting a lot of other people. You know, these people, they bought the place, and I'm not going to put them out there, but my neighbor was behind on rent. So what did I do? It was before I got sick. I went out and paid their rent. When I called them, I said, you know, I'd like to pay their rent. They're like, why? And I said, because they're an older couple, and that's none of your business. You know, they made me send my certified check, whatever, paid. You know, it's not an issue. Some people don't have it. That's what I'm trying to get at now. You know, the people that live there don't have it. There's no other place for us to go. And then if you keep upping it, why? To kick out a few people, to leave stuff sitting apart for there, to leave sewage in the backyard? And then if you call Public Works, you call anybody there, we don't have nothing to do with it. Well, who has to do with it? Maybe if you can point us to that way. I'm sorry, guys, that's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to have so put it there, lift up. All right, it stayed there for now.
Okay. Can I get a motion to close the public portion?
Can I say something real quick?
I mean, what are we doing here? Let him close, he's okay.
That's me. All right, my name is, I'll speak loud if the mic isn't working, but my name is Daniel Schoen. I moved in with my mom and her best friend. They live on a fixed income. They don't make any more money. So this 33 to 36% increase is not only affecting them, but it's affecting my life. And I'm an upstanding citizen. I pay taxes. I just want the council to take advice to this, because I moved up here 2 years ago. To help my mom when my mom got cancer. It's not the best place to live, but it works. I just hope you guys take a look into it. And if there's any attorneys here, this case will be a perfect pro bono case to vote a name.
Thank you. Get a motion to close the second public portion.
Motion to close.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Solicitor, we listened to Sean Liebman. will that, if we make a, do an ordinance, will that help at all what's going on down the road?
Possibly, there's new state law going into effect, but there is lag time to that. There's been 2 attempts locally. They've both been subject to legal challenge. The thing is these parks are being bought by very large, very well-funded entities, and, litigation is sure to follow. The one was already unsuccessful on behalf of the township, and the other is still pending. But there is a gap between, the state spent, and Assemblyman Hutchinson sponsored the legislation, and it has been enacted, but there is an issue with the effective date of it, which is leading to these immediate now increases.
Does that require us to establish a rent control board?
So the litigation in Winslow was, it was fatal to the municipality for not establishing a board. So I would have to say, yes, it would require, there would have to be a board, otherwise it would be stricken almost immediately. So that it would require giving both sides access to the board to hear their side of the proposed increase.
Thank you. I just want to thank Matt and the police department for National Night Out. It was very well received. Fireworks were spectacular. Food was great. Some cops on the grill. That was good to see. Everyone else for coming out. We'll take what you said into consideration. Obviously, it's, you're very passionate about your religion, and I see that. I'm a Catholic myself. Not practicing. Sorry, Father. Sorry, Father. It's always time. But
I got my stove here.
Harry, you told me if I walked in there, it would catch on fire. But, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But we're gonna look into it, and, we'll obviously get back to you. I mean, I'm sure you'll hear, but, I appreciate you coming out, and, everyone have a good night. Thank you. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn. Second.